America's rare forgotten four-cylinder muscle car, the 1961-63 Pontiac Tempest. The Pontiac Tempest may not be the first car that comes to mind when you think of American muscle, but this forgotten gem had some surprising tricks up its sleeve. What made a compact car with a four-cylinder engine stand out in an era dominated by big, roaring V8s? How did Pontiac manage to create a vehicle that was not only powerful, but also packed with innovative engineering? Well, to know all about this, you have to stay tuned till the end. In the early 1960s, Pontiac broke the mold with a car that was as unique as it was underappreciated, the 1961 to 1963 Pontiac Tempest. While it never gained the fame of other muscle cars, this four-cylinder beast was a revolutionary vehicle in its own right, packed with advanced engineering and a surprising amount of power for its size. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, America was shifting gears when it came to automobiles. People were looking for smaller, more economical cars, but they didn't want to sacrifice performance. Pontiac, under the leadership of John Z. DeLorean, who would later become famous for the DeLorean sports car, decided to create a vehicle that would stand out from the crowd. They wanted a car that was affordable, compact, yet still powerful enough to catch the attention of speed enthusiasts. And that's how the Pontiac Tempest was born. That's quite thrilling, right? Well, unlike the large gas-guzzling V8 engines that dominated the muscle car scene, the Tempest came with something radically different, a four-cylinder engine. But this wasn't your ordinary four-cylinder. Pontiac took half of their legendary 389 cubic inch V8 engine, which was commonly found in their full-size models, and effectively cut it in half to create a 195.5 cubic inch or 3.2 liter inline-four engine. This engine, while smaller, was surprisingly powerful and gave the Tempest a unique place in muscle car history. Now you might wonder, how could a four-cylinder engine compete in an era when most muscle cars were running on massive V8s? Well, the Pontiac Tempest 195.5 cubic inch engine was no ordinary four-cylinder. Thanks to its larger displacement, the engine generated an impressive 110 to 166 horsepower, depending on the model, and whether it came with a one-barrel or four-barrel carburetor. For comparison, many contemporary European sports cars of the same era, such as the Porsche 356, had less than 100 horsepower. The engine's unique design allowed for surprisingly good performance. It had enough power to give drivers the thrill of acceleration without the fuel consumption penalties associated with larger V8 engines. Plus, it delivered solid torque, which gave the car good low-end grunt, something that was important for muscle cars, even those with fewer cylinders. But what really set the Pontiac Tempest apart wasn't just its engine, but the innovative design of its drivetrain. Instead of placing the transmission at the front of the car like most vehicles, Pontiac engineers designed the Tempest with a rear-mounted transaxle. This setup was revolutionary at the time and contributed to the car's unique handling characteristics. By moving the transaxle to the rear, Pontiac was able to achieve a near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution. This made the Tempest handle exceptionally well for a car of its size, especially in comparison to the large front-heavy V8 cars of the era. The weight distribution helped reduce understeer and made the car feel more balanced during cornering, something that wasn't typically associated with American cars at the time. Additionally, the Tempest drive shaft, known as the rope drive, was another innovative feature. It wasn't a rigid metal shaft like you'd find in most cars. Instead, it was a flexible cable made from high tensile steel, which allowed it to twist slightly as the car accelerated or braked, reducing the stress on the drivetrain. This contributed to the Tempest's smooth ride and improved its durability, making it stand out as a forward-thinking vehicle. While the Pontiac Tempest was a compact car, it didn't sacrifice style. The Tempest was offered in several body styles, including a two-door coupe, four-door sedan, convertible, and station wagon. Its sleek, simple lines gave it a modern look for the time, while still maintaining some of the traditional Pontiac design cues like the split grille and wide aggressive stance. Pontiac designed the Tempest to appeal to a wide range of buyers, from families looking for an affordable, efficient vehicle to younger drivers seeking a compact car with muscle. The convertible and coupe models in particular had a sporty appeal that made them stand out on the road. Despite its smaller engine, the Tempest still looked like a performance car, and in many ways it was. For those who wanted even more performance, Pontiac introduced a high-performance version of the Tempest, known as the Super Duty, in 1963. This version featured a monstrous 421 cubic inch or 6.9-liter V8 engine, paired with the same innovative transaxle design. The Super Duty Tempest was a true race car, designed for drag racing, and it was a force to be reckoned with on the track. In fact, the Super Duty Tempest gained fame in 1963 when it dominated the National Hot Rod Association races. With its powerful engine, lightweight body, and superior weight distribution, the Super Duty Tempest quickly earned a reputation for being one of the fastest drag racing cars of its time. This version of the Tempest helped cement Pontiac's reputation as a performance brand, even if the four-cylinder version of the car didn't get as much attention. But the major question remains: why did it disappear? Despite all its innovations and success on the racetrack, the Pontiac Tempest four-cylinder version never gained the same fame as other muscle cars of the era. One of the reasons for this was the car's timing. By the mid-1960s, the American muscle car scene was dominated by V8s, and consumers were less interested in smaller engines, even if they were innovative. Pontiac eventually shifted its focus to more traditional V8-powered cars like the GTO, which became the poster child for the muscle car era. Additionally, the Tempest's unique drivetrain design, while innovative, also had its drawbacks. The flexible rope drive, while smooth, could be difficult to repair if something went wrong, and the rear-mounted transaxle added complexity to the car's design. Over time, these factors made the Tempest less appealing to buyers who preferred simpler, more traditional setups. Another reason for the Tempest's relative obscurity is that it was often overshadowed by its bigger, more powerful siblings. The Pontiac GTO, for example, became a legend in the muscle car world, and the Tempest, with its smaller engine and compact design, was often seen as less exciting in comparison. While the Tempest was celebrated for its engineering, it wasn't without its controversies. The car's rope drive in particular became a source of debate. Some critics praised the flexible drive shaft for its smooth performance and durability, while others criticized it for being too complex and difficult to maintain. In an era when most cars were designed to be easily serviced by their owners, the Tempest's innovative design sometimes worked against it. The rear-mounted transaxle also raised eyebrows among traditionalists. While it improved the car's weight distribution and handling, some drivers found it unfamiliar and even problematic. The additional weight at the rear of the car changed its driving dynamics in ways that some people weren't used to, leading to mixed opinions about the car's overall handling. Despite these controversies, the Pontiac Tempest remained a standout vehicle for those who appreciated its forward-thinking design and impressive performance. It was a car that pushed boundaries, even if it didn't always get the recognition it deserved. Today, the 1961-63 Pontiac Tempest is a rare sight on the roads or in collections. While exact production numbers vary depending on the source, it estimated that around 100,000 Tempests were produced between 1961 and 63. Of those, only a fraction were the high-performance Super Duty versions, making them highly sought after by collectors today. Finding a Tempest in good condition is becoming increasingly difficult, and prices for well-preserved models have been steadily rising in recent years. The rarity of the car, combined with its unique engineering and place in automotive history, has made it a valuable collector's item for those who appreciate its place in the muscle car world. While the Pontiac Tempest might not be as famous as other muscle cars of its era, its impact on the automotive industry cannot be denied. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and for more amazing videos, please subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.